your man Prentice Johnson. I had the opportunity to watch a young man who created a 5-minute video, 5 minutes, that says it all. I mean, this kid can't be over 20 years old, man. It is undeniable the amount of information that he has been capable of explaining in just a short period. For me, it's like, wow, you know, each one of these things has to be broken down. So I'm going to take this 5-minute video and I'm going to tear it apart for you. I'm going to allow you to see my opinion, which is literally an acceptance of everything that he's saying precisely due to the fact that I'm consistently involved in these tyrannic, racist behaviors that not only come from the racist man himself, the Caucasian man that resides at the top of the hierarchy, but the people that support his lack of theory and the people that carry on his legacy versus the people that enable human progress. For one reason or another, their competence lies in separation of the human species. And in every situation, especially here in America, it is consistent. We find ourselves in a situation where constantly these people are causing our demise, causing our slow, making it so that we are incapable as a human species to progress, and then turning around and saying that their livelihood depends on them sticking together so that their race progresses. While in our humble spirits, we continue to believe that the human should progress. You find that only when together we stand against the racist portion of our species, we come together and begin to progress. Okay? So let's listen to what this young man is saying and break this down.
Wake up. I don't want y'all to lose that feeling. So I'm finna show y'all, this finna give you a reason to look at shit in life at the point of view and the feeling that we feeling right now, and to take action.
Okay, so what he's doing is he's projecting a reason, right? And here's the thing. No, it doesn't matter where you reside in the economy, okay? As long as these issues are perpetrated against you, you recognize it. However, you're normally standoffish when it's another individual. Almost as if they got to stand up for themselves. Almost as if there is nothing that you can do to help. Because if you try to help, the people that have enabled and allowed you to progress are not going to allow you to progress. Or if you help, the person that you help might not appreciate it. Trust me when I say I understand that completely, right? But he's saying that this is a reason, right? It is a reason. It's more than a reason, but it has to be comprehended by the individual that receives it. So that's another thing that we don't understand. This person is coming at us at an adult level of comprehension, someone far beyond 30 years old. Okay? It's a genius level of understanding, right? And it's very well possible that it came from a book, but from the way he looks in the mind, the way that he projects, I can imagine the people who are standoffish about thugism, gangsterism, and those types of things fear this individual. And I'm trying to tell you that he's coming to your intellect with the right answer, man. It is time to take a stand no matter what portion of melanin you contain. Right? I promise you that the amount of information that comes from this child is undeniable.
The best way to gain control of the most intelligent, powerful species on the planet would be to completely divide them from the love within themselves.
The most intelligent species on the planet. First, they have to find out who the most intelligent species on the planet is. Trust me when I say they are not aware, and they can't even, right now, they have no idea who the most intelligent species on the planet is. Right? And it's not species. If you say species, then you relate to an entire race of people. Okay? So now you're talking about everybody from white to black. Okay? The most intelligent species on the planet. Right? The problem is, in this scenario, they are separating the man, the black man, from this species. Okay? The human race. Okay? When they started fearing us, it was because we came out of slavery still fighting. All of the killing, all of the abuse, all the lies still triumphed in the mind. What do you do when you can't win alone? You combine with someone who feels the same. Okay? So, they've been studying us for a hell of a long time, man. They have been conjuring up a mental spell and a physical behavior to cause us to continue to demise. And then when you wake up out of their spell, they feel as if you are a threat to their well-being. And instead of enabling your ability to help those people that are continually willing to be an adherence to this particular system, they cause your specific demise. I just went through it within this last 2 weeks. It's unfucking believable, and I will actually talk about that in another episode. But right now, let's continue to watch this video, because I want you to get a clear understanding as for how this man is thinking, how this man is teaching his children to think, how this man organizes to teach other people with melanin to think, and how this man is even capable of teaching people of advanced melanin to think, who is his actual fear. And when he projects the word species, there is a separated thought. Almost as if to say separate race. Most intelligent of this species.
As soon as they are old enough to begin creating an understanding of who they are, force them into a system that teaches them that it is wrong to be yourself if yourself is different from what is accepted as.
So there's another thing. As soon as they're old enough to become creative and understand who they are, that's around 12 years old. Okay? And they say from 5 years old until adulthood. Keep them in a system where they teach their ways and don't allow you to think.
Confuse them about their own biological makeup so that they think that permanently altering their body is the answer to happiness.
Genocide. permanently altering your body. The layers are coming on thick already, man. Making you feel like you don't love yourself. How easy is that? How easy is it to take the most dominant person in somebody's family today, after all of the marching, all of the apartheid, all of the standing up and fighting, how easy is it to take the most dominant individual in the family, separate him from the family? I identify as a Sigma Alpha. Okay? What that means is I first think like Sigma and then like Alpha. Okay? Sigma is the Alpha Alpha. Okay? How easy has it been already to separate the most dominant individual from the family, cause him homelessness, cause him to not make money, cause him to have all kinds of ideas that can get stolen by the people that are willing to accept the reality of the racist man? How easy has it been to stop this individual from creating, having his own children? How easy has it been? Force that individual to be in some type of negative scenario so that his family can successfully have somebody quote unquote fighting for him in every single family in a nation. How often has that been happening? In my family, it has happened with me. No children, haven't been able to get a job and keep one. Every fucking body that hears about it has some kind of fucking conflict with something that I'm doing, an attitude that I'm pushing, and why I'm having that attitude and all kinds of shit. How easy has it been? And then to still have people standing up saying, oh, we shall overcome, we shall overcome, we shall overcome.
Require their daily attendance at an institution that makes them focus only on the information that is provided. Make them attend that.
If you remember properly, some of our most dominant people don't go to the public schools, man. They end up going to the private schools, and if they don't go, and if they don't make it in the private schools, they separate and they start teaching themselves, and they have made it. And they show them making it, but that is the part that is left out and left with a lack of understanding.
Institution from age 5 until an adult and repeatedly test them on the information so that it becomes their truth. Give them an explanation to everything so that they never have a chance to make their own assumptions of the world.
Look, in math, one of the most simplistic understandings that is out there. Mathematics. We form an understanding that is taught by our teachers and never form the understanding to think for ourselves and calculate for ourselves. And therefore, when mathematics changes when we grow up and they start saying, oh, wow, we taught you the wrong thing. We taught you to do this and you've been doing this and that turns out to be something wrong. You didn't get the other information that enables your ability to be successful anyway, because you're stuck trying to calculate in the fashion that they taught you to begin with.
Scold them and humiliate them if they suggest an opinion that opposes that of their authorities.
Scold them if they have an opinion that opposes their authorities. Are you listening to this? Do you understand this? This happened to me just recently. Haven't even started having an opposing opinion. Okay? They know it because I'm recording though. They know I have an opposing opinion because I'm recording. Right? Our leaders right now who are standing up for reparations had to wait for them to authoritatively get into position to allow them to take a stand for reparations. And now we're hearing that as they're taking a stand, the amount that you're going to receive is so minuscule that it barely even matters that they've taken the stand, but they've been offered all of this money to be able to do so. how many of the things that came up through their stand are actually going into the understanding for your reparations? I've come up with a book to enable your ability to receive multi-trillions as African descendants of enslavement, so that you can actually begin to heal. Now, one of them has reached out to me to say that, yes, this is what we need to do. Let's open up some doors for you. Let's make sure that we go ahead and complete these strategies. Let's make sure we submit it so that we make sure that it actually happens. I'm still by myself trying to do it. I reach out to get a fucking job so that I can pay for the shit my fucking self. And these fake ass motherfucking racist motherfuckers not only ridicule me while I'm there just in 2 weeks, but also fire me for absolutely no fucking real reason.
Keep reminding them of how cruel their ancestors were to each other in the past, and broadcast how cruel they are to each other in the present. Only show
Remind them of how their ancestors were to them in the past. So you remember stuff like the African woman feeding the white master's children her milk. And the slaves who were content just working and being alive, just like bugs. Just working and being alive, they were content. And anybody who was not content was abused, was murdered. Same fashion that they do inside the workplace today. The exact same thing that they do in the workplace today. When the slaves, some of them started to revolt, there was always the larger some who were too scared. They didn't want to feel that pain. They were, if you watch somebody in a gang come and take a man and tie him to one horse and tie his other side of his body to the other horse and pull his fucking body apart, it's more than enough to make you fucking fear that dumbass that's running the show. Let alone some more dumbasses that come in the middle of it and see this shit happening and decide to group up and start doing the same fucking thing.
them tragedies on the news so that they live in fear and think the worst of one another. Convince them that their species used to be that of an incognizant wild animal. Make them think that their very existence is so incredibly random that they lack purpose and struggle to make sense of a creator.
Praying to Jesus. Asking Jesus what your actual purpose is. Make you feel like there's no religion. So you don't understand what religion is anyway. So as long as I keep passing down these fake stories and telling you what they are, and then finally at 80, 90 years old telling you what the shit means, then, right, instead of taking off the layers and telling you what this whole fucking story is about, right? First of all, it's blocking your capability all the way around. It's a complete subliminal message on a consistent basis that causes you slow. On top of it, there's layers with holidays and stuff like that. When we're talking about subliminally talking about having sex for Easter, you don't even know the kind of egg you're looking for. You're taking a hard-boiled egg, cracking it, pulling it fucking apart, and swallowing it down like it's some good stuff. And if you find the right one, there may be some money in it. You may get lucky. Right? Well, Jesus' creativity is getting his ass fucking kicked and fucking nailed on a fucking cross because you don't even know what the fuck a Jesus is.
Tell them that their kind is as smart as they've ever been so that they don't question the integrity of the system that they're in. Provide them idols with...
They don't question the integrity of the system that they're in. Now, I stand in my integrity every day. I don't allow shit to fucking happen. I do everything that I can civilly to make sure it stops occurring. And everything around me consists of some bullshit. Some constant fucking lack of competence that enables the struggle to continue on a daily basis. Even a will to start getting rid of me because I am willing to take a fucking stand against it. Right? Well, all this fucking shit is going on around me, and I'm complaining about it. They're not getting rid of that. They're thinking of a way to look good to get rid of fucking me. Constantly. Let's listen to that part again.
As they've ever been so that they don't question the integrity of the system that they're in. Provide them idols with artificial beauty.
Look, don't question the integrity. Right now we're transitioning into a new economy. And nobody's questioning it, right? They all have questions. They want to know what you're doing. They want to know what you're investing in, right? Everybody, not just black people, not just anybody that has a question about this new economy. They ask questions, right? They're going online looking at XRP, not knowing that XRP is the banker coin, and it could actually they could actually line up to steal all the money that is possible through that particular group of coins. 222. Literally. Listen to me when I say this. 99% of the people that own the blockchain are Caucasian. That doesn't mean that the founders are necessarily racist, but you can bet that the people that are supporting the founders are extremists and racist. So what does that mean? If 99% of the new economy is already controlled by the Caucasian. Can you even imagine what that means? If you can't imagine, we're already fucking stuck into the next economy for the next 100 years without the proper amount of reparations. What is it that you need to realize?
And use them as examples of what it is to look perfect so that they are never content with their own appearance and can't help but to compare themselves amongst each other.
Use them as examples. Take individuals who are a perfection out of the understanding of man and put them at the top and let them idolize them. Unfucking believable.
Create addictive digital platforms that rank them by numbers so that they base their self-worth off of...
This is going on today, social media, addictive platforms where everybody's stuck on stupid, looking at short videos, cock blocking the attention span, and when you know, everybody's thinking about creatively catering to it. Instead of reversing it so that we focus on long-term, this short-term span is being catered to because it's easier. All you got to do is make a short video and everybody will want to watch it. Because it's short, it doesn't take up that much time. And then I can watch 100 short videos at the same time. In that increment of time, I watched 100 short 1-minute videos. As long as there's a learning experience involved, right?
The amount of followers that they have and are never satisfied. Build a society around them in which those who have money benefit and those who don't fail. Make money their...
Every day. Every day. Same thing. Now, you realize at 50, time is your greatest asset. It's the best asset that you'll ever realize. right? As soon as you realize that, you start realizing the bullshit that this racist man will put you through, and then on top of it, teach somebody else to put you through the same shit. Now today, I posted videos that actually consist of me trying to get money back, because when I place an order, they act like they don't have what it is that I need. And when I figure that you're bullshitting, I call back and they, oh, here's some money back so I can actually buy some more. Right? Today, first I called Sam's Club. They forget the milk. They forget the, and there's something else that was left out. A pizza, I think, a cheese pizza. They don't have it. They refund the service fee. Right? It's already twice, the food is already twice as much as it was 5-10 years ago. Twice as much. Fuck your service fee. Right? They refund it and then offer me also Walmart. Right? I do the same thing at Walmart. Matter of fact, there was also a bag of potato chips. Sour cream. Right? I order the fucking pizza again. I order the milk. I order the chips. They don't have the pizza this time when they come. They refund another $15. Give you a little bit more. Maybe you'll buy something else this time. And then have their person that's driving, right, spend money out of his salary to waste gas to bring me the pizza that was not there, along with the other items that weren't at Sam's Club. Layers. The problem becomes your lack of comprehension, because you can't see me reinforcing the understanding with the thought. You're looking for a reason to feel like you're superior instead of just listening and understanding.
Main focus, but make it so difficult to accumulate that they remain in a place of constant struggle, forced to dedicate the majority of their time to the system that made it this way.
Forced to dedicate my time to the system that made it this way, instead of finding a way to survive, finding a way to reach my goals, finding a way to experience luxury. I'm having to fight this fake racist motherfucker who resides at the top of the fucking chain from the very bottom, with no help, or little help for that matter.
Tax them in every way possible, but tell them that it's for their own benefit so that they don't think twice about paying it.
Taxes. Taxes. Another thing. While I was at my last job, I claim ADOS. I am not paying you taxes. I already pay when I go out and spend money. 7%. That's more than enough. For all the things that you've done in the past up until now, even today, for every fucking thing that you've done, why should I pay you additional tax money? Right? So I claim exempt. ADOS. Right? Another reason why this fake ass motherfucker willing to let me go, because then he can actually suggest it. He don't even have to say it. Just suggest it to the racist person that's sitting in position. Right? And then when you fucking know, when you know for certain, right? Oh, I couldn't steal his money. I couldn't steal his money. But I could call his ass slow behind his back and talk all kinds of shit.
Take so much of their time and energy throughout the week, but give them 2 days to themselves so that they feel a sense of reward and don't fight back. Promote the consumption of poison in every social setting so that even on those 2 days, they remain disconnected from themselves and each other.
Church. Go inside of church. That's how I always feel. I always feel this good feeling in church, but I always feel separated. I don't feel like I'm a part of the church. And I figured out why. It's because of the way that I think. Because I feel like church is for good and great people, and it's to teach, and it's for us to learn. And what's actually going on in there is somebody is absorbing money and not offering it to the community, and it's not building, it's literally just being wasted. How many of your churches are cathedral, built out of brick, built out of stone? No. You guys got wood churches, and you go into those churches and it's hotter than a motherfucker. You gotta have fucking fans because they don't have no air conditioning, no air filter system, at least not a working one. And they don't want to blame that lack of comfortability on the amount of money that you put inside the offering.
Pump their food with excess sugars and addictive chemicals, but make it cheap, advertised, and easily accessible so that they never stop consuming.
What kind of foods are these? Twinkies, Little Debbie's. Okay? And then when you start realizing all of that sugar is really bad for you because you're getting cavities and you're losing it, you graduate to cigarettes, marijuana, cocaine, heroin. And if you're too smart for that shit, and you start complaining in the fashion that I do, I promise you, if they're able to calculate that shit, you're going to the mental home, right? And then in the mental, with the psychiatrist, they're definitely going to give you something that doesn't do nothing but make you sick, right? And all the while, right, while you're sitting here listening to this shit, right, you're paying attention to it right now, right? But you're allowing marijuana to go through as legal. As if your rib cage ain't sitting there telling you don't let anything happen to this part of your body.
When their food makes them ill, prescribe them medication that only masks the symptoms so that they become dependent on it every day. Charge them so much money for health care so that they stay in a constant loop of consuming, medicating, and working.
All right, so the healthcare part, they miss the fact that you're being sickened by the foods, right? Causing your diabetes, causing your high blood pressure, and then you end up having to work for insurance or receive insurance that doesn't cover all these issues. Sicken you, and then make you work to pay for it, to make somebody rich. Right? I mean, is this not what's happening? Right? So then we start thinking of ways to change all of this shit, and guess who's still stuck? This time you got to be stuck with people of advanced melanin, and they're African descendants of enslavement. Excuse me, they're African descendants of enslavement as well, but they're just as tired of you trying to stand up and fight as the white man is. Because when they get in position, they're seeing what they can actually have. Right? As long as they are catering to the white man's self-esteem, the racist individual's self-esteem. When I say white man, you need to connect it to racist man, because we are not black. They are not white. And that is just another layer to make your mind suffer from lack of credibility to cause you an issue. Right? Because when you're stuck trying to figure it out, right? No, you won't be stuck trying to figure it out. You'll be stuck looking for a cigarette. You'll be stuck digging in an ashtray looking for a cocktail, they call it. A small piece of marijuana so you can have some. Right? And fucking up the atmosphere of somebody who wants to be healthy. While there's some stupid ass motherfucker learning how to fucking manipulate the system instead of learning how to enable progress.
Cause chaos amongst them and blame it on a group of their own so that they form judgmental stereotypes.
A of their own. A group of their own. People of melanin. You start off there. Let's not even talk about the different organizations that are open and have experienced this and have tried to learn the game and have tried to learn to offer progress even though it exists. Let's talk about people of melanin in general, because there are people right now coming over from Africa that are able to get in those positions just to mask this motherfucker's capability.
Against each other in so many ways so that even if they were to connect on one, they would still be divided by another.
So, y'all tell me what the fuck y'all think. Don't it sound like that we most definitely got some type of internal powers or something that's in us, you feel me? That they trying to make sure that we can't get hold of, trying to keep on making sure that we bringing each other down and we can't come together? We fighting a curse. Have y'all ever seen when motherfuckers be putting that stuff in their body and it be all that shit be coming up out their body and shit? They be cursed, motherfuckers be healing ass, and after they get done, their body feel better.
Starting us off with sugar and then leading us to alcohol and tobacco. All poisons. All negative. Okay? And then you're throwing that shit up and you feel better. So you wasted your whole time consuming it. You put all that shit into your body and then didn't do nothing but throw it up. Get sick and throw it up. Fight with a whole bunch of fucking people and then throw that shit up. What is the purpose?
Ain't that? They put us in these motherfucking school systems that they created and all of the shit that they got in the books that they want us to learn. That's what the fuck they put out there for. Keep on putting in our brains so we won't wake the fuck up and know what the fuck we, like where we come from, who we really are. Because of everything that we ever tried to build, our communities, our school systems and all that shit. Guess what they do? They 20 shit. You feel me? Yeah, they do all of that shit. You know why? Because they already know we was gonna learn different. We was gonna teach ours different. We was gonna teach ours most definitely loving, for sure, and stand together, come together. So, what the fuck do that tell you? What about them hospitals that we had? They 20s them too. You feel me? See, we had a way of healing naturally. All of this shit, all that medicine and shit that they keep on want money for, that shit killing you. Everybody know that. This is what they push though, pharmaceutical ass shit.
So all this fucking shit, man. And we're complaining when we go to them and suffering through the same experience when we come out of them. Right? And there's only a select few, right? Only a select few that make it. Right? Well, where are they when it comes to the situations like this? Where are they when I need their help to make sure that there are many of us and not just few? I'm reaching out. Blessings and success.